This goes out to anyone who's ever watched what used to be Channel 29 and is now Channel 18. Yes. Norman Cable Access, when I was in high school, did the theme song for Timberwolf Tracks, and they're still using it. I can't believe it. Whoa, it's time for the show. Whoa, come on, let's go. Whoa, 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 yeah. Sit back and relax. Yeah, yeah. It's time for Timberwolf Tracks.
This is not the Lawrence Welk Show. This is Music Show, and I'm Andy Gibb. Justin Gallus joining me. Todd Mayfield behind the camera. We were on a holiday hiatus, so Mele Kalikimaka.
Yeah, spring break, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
We've got a good show ahead. Red Light Nights are on the show.
That's right, and actually we're out in front of their house. This is where they live.
They're consummate gentlemen.
Yes, and plenty of parking, good highway access. And they're probably asleep right now, but they'll be out in a little bit.
Yeah, so we'll try to keep it quiet. Don't want to wake them yet.
Exactly.
Hey, let's get right into it. I went and checked out the Evangelicals video shoot and talked to Josh Jones.
Let's take a look.
We're here at the Evangelicals video shoot for a song Another Day, right?
Yeah. That's
How'd you pick the song?
Well, it seems like it's a very fast, upbeat, fun song that sort of represents the band pretty well, I think. What we did was we invited as many people as we could get out to our practice space. By about 7:30, we had about 40 people or something show up, so about 400 people showed up, and it was really cool. And made it seem like the basement party show that never really happens. You know, you dream about it at night, you're like, oh, tomorrow there's gonna be this show at this basement, and it's gonna be awesome, and people are gonna be crowd surfing, and there's gonna be, you know, hot girls and all that kind of stuff. And then you go and it's like 4 people, some guy smoking a clove over in the corner, and it's just kind of boring.
All right, so you decided to go with the makeup on this shoot.
Well, yeah, you know, when they get far away, sometimes you get a little bit washed out. And so I'm a pretty pasty dude. I don't really get out much as it is.
You just signed with Misra record labels?
Yeah, that's right.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're really excited. It's a really cool label out of Austin, Texas. We did a record back in May, and we sent those out to a lot of people. And Misra wants to re-release it, and they gave us some money to go back and kind of fix it up. So I've been spending the past month or two fixing it up, making it sound a little bit better. The first version was a little tinny or a little thin because of some technological limitations that we had. So we went back and fixed it up, and it sounds big and beefy now. So if you're a fan of life and a fan of humor, you should go to misrarecords.com, MISRA records.com, and read Will Johnson's Ricky Henderson haikus. They're big and beefy.
All right, Todd Mayfield joining me now, and your birthday was on the 3rd. Happy birthday.
Thank you. I turned 30.
Welcome to the club.
Thanks for mentioning it. Yeah, it's a good club I hear.
It is a good club. Speaking of good clubs, we're still out in front of the Red Light Knights house, and we're going to play some Name Their Tune. It's a game where we try to guess what people are listening to based on their looks and haircuts and style.
Let's get after it.
All right.
I'm going to say Coldplay. Fail safe. Girls, can I ask you what's in your CD player right now that you're listening to at the moment?
Grey's Anatomy soundtrack.
Grey's Anatomy. Is that a TV show, or is it a good soundtrack, or really? Okay, how about you?
I've been listening to the same thing.
Same thing? Oh, okay. Cool. Thanks, ladies. Way off. Not bad.
Let's see. I think George Jones was in town either last night or tonight. He's got a new CD out too. Go with George Jones. Can I ask you guys what's in your CD player, either at home or in the car?
I don't
You mean
usually
what kind of
listen to
music?
it.
Yeah, like what album?
Toby Keith. What was it? Shocking Y'all and another one. I've got Travis Tritt.
Some good old country then.
And then I've got the Eagles.
Did you go to the George Jones concert?
Uh-uh.
No.
No, went to Celine Dion in Las Vegas.
Thanks, guys. Youch. Why would you admit that?
Okay, I'm going to guess that this girl here, just a hunch, it's a guess, she's listening to Nirvana. You know, Nirvana, yeah. Excuse me, can I ask you what's in your CD player right now that you're listening to?
I believe it's a soundtrack to the Queen of the Damned
Grey's-
movie.
Queen of the Damned?
Yeah,
I thought you were going to say Grey's Anatomy. Do you got that album?
I don't.
It's pretty popular.
Really?
Yeah, we've asked a couple people here.
I watched the show.
Nirvana's not in your CD? CD?
Right now,
Do you like Nirvana?
yeah.
Okay,
I've got all of their CDs.
cool.
Yeah.
See an Oregon hat, so I'm gonna either guess the Allies or Everclear. Damn it!
Okay, I'm going to guess Willie Nelson. Yeah. Excuse me, sir. Could I ask you what's in your CD player right now?
In my CD player, Buckethead.
Buckethead? Is that the guitarist that played with Guns N' Roses, or
Yes.
any Willie Nelson, or not quite? No. Okay. All right. Thank you. Buckethead? I didn't know he was a solo artist.
Coldplay. Could I ask you what's in your CD player?
Oh, I'm not good at that. I don't have anything.
You don't have anything?
No.
You own no music.
Well, I do, but I'm not very good at music. Lots of country.
Lots of country. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
You got one country song.
I'm not very good at owning music.
Let's say Queens of the Stone Age. No, Belle and Sebastian. Okay. Miss, could I ask you what you're listening to on your iPod right now?
I don't actually know because it says no battery power remains, but it's still playing music. So
Oh. That's a cool band name, though. No battery power remains.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Pat Green, that kind of style of music. Excuse me, guys. Could I ask you what's in your CD player, either at home or in the car?
I don't use a CD player.
iPod?
Yep.
Pat Green on there?
Maybe one or two songs.
All right.
I think he's listening to No Battery Power Remains. That's what he's listening to. Excuse me, sir. Could I ask you what you're listening to right now?
Josh Gordon.
Josh Gerben?
Yep.
Where's he from?
Italy.
In Italy?
Yeah.
You know what else is big there?
What else?
No Battery Power Remains. It's the album.
Oh.
Band's actually the Lack-Offs. It's good. They're good in Italy. They're big in Kansas, so.
My dad's brother's sons, so first cousins, I guess, are the three brothers, and then my other dad's brother's son, my dad's other brother's son, Matthew, is the cousin, and they're all first cousins with me, and the three brothers' dad married Taylor's mom, so, yeah, the bass player. Yeah, so he's related by marriage.
you guys kind of have a similar sound. How do you describe that sound? And
There's a lot of influence from them. My brother plays. I mean, it's just coming up, and at my family reunion, like old country would be played, and old blues and old folk music. I don't know, it just comes from all that, and I bet you can hear a lot of it in their music as well as ours.
It seems like they're really big in Europe, bigger in Europe than they are here. Is that something like you guys would try to do, is go overseas and hit it hard?
It's just that Americans, their music, they're very like, I don't know, they like weird music or different music than what we're kind of into, and what our kind of style is about. So I think it'd be better for us to go to the UK, to start off there, and because their music, they listen to like the Distillers and shit like that, people they haven't even heard of over here.
I think the record buying, I mean, the people that are buying albums in America, tend to these days be more into the rap and pop side of things, where it seems like in the UK, people are going and watching and supporting, a band with a drummer, a bass player, a guitar player, and a guitar player with one microphone, and they're just fucking getting after it, and that's kind of the deal, and that's ultimately, I mean, getting back to the music side of what we're trying to do. We're not trying to pull any tricks or anything like that. We just want to be a kick-ass rock band.
Looks like a zombie chick.
Probably. Well, they've got good groupies. We're getting ready to start a new segment here. It's called Staple, and our friend Jeff Richardson is gonna talk about a new album that he thinks everybody should have in their collection. So let's go check it out. Maybe a classic.
Classic album.
Classic rock. Yeah, I don't know.
Pretty cool house.
Yeah.
This week we're going to talk about the psychedelic era. And the first album I wanted to discuss was the Who Sellout, one of my favorite album covers. It's got a big hit, I Can See for Miles, and it's one of the best Who albums, studio albums they ever made. And everybody should own it if they're a Who fan or a fan of psychedelic rock. The second album I wanted to discuss is another fairly well-known album, Velvet Underground and Nico. It's got Waiting for the Man, Heroin, There She Goes Again, all kinds of good stuff. Everybody should own this album if they like psychedelic rock, folk, indie rock, whatever. It should just be owned. It's a great album. The last two albums I wanted to talk about were lesser known albums. The first one is Love Forever Changes, fronted by the great Arthur Lee. 1967, they were a Los Angeles band and one of the few great psychedelic California bands, and everybody should own this album. And the last one I wanted to discuss was Pretty Things SF Sorrow, one of my favorite albums. Great album, Barren Saturday, heavily influenced by the Beatles and the Who, but they achieved their own sound, and Phil May is one of my favorite vocalists. So definitely an album everybody should own if they're into British psychedelic rock, and it's probably one of the best albums of the 60s. Next music show, we'll discuss 70s rock. I'm Jeff Richardson. All right, welcome to the Get Guide Forecast. Coming up on February 10th, the belly dance superstars at the farmers market. That could be enticing. Also, that same night, the Separation and Year of the Jackalope with Sergeant Cloud at the Opolis in Norman. And a little later on in the week, we've got Math Lab playing in Tulsa. Oklahoma, of course, as you know, leads the nation in math labs.
February 12th, we've got Avenged Sevenfold with CKY at the Bricktown Event Center. Bring your KY to that show. Voxtrot with Evangelicals at the Opolis. It's February 18th. That same night, Southern Crutter is playing at the Red Dirt Bar and Grill. That makes sense. And the RIP Tides, Riptides, that's with the Johnny Girls. That's in Tulsa. Same night. February 19th, the Impossible Shapes with the Evangelicals and the Separation at the Conservatory. And then Monday, February 20th, don't miss this show, Japanther with Madeline Adams and Year of the Jackalope at Conservatory. They will all square off in a blood match to the death.
If you ask me, my money is on Japanther. Coming up on February 24th, we've got a big show down in Tulsa at the Cane. Starlight Mints, El Paso Hot Button, and Ryan Lindsay. That should be a great show. The next night, we've got Philip Zellner in his concert series CD release. He's playing at Boston's. And in Oklahoma City, the Horror Pops and the Riverboat Gamblers at the Conservatory. And then coming up on February 27th, we've got Coldplay with Fiona Apple at the Ford Center. I paid like $2,000 for a ticket that I don't even think we could see the stage. It's pretty stupid.
All right, Wednesday, March 1st, we have Wheatus. They're playing at the Conservatory. Or George Thorogood and the Destroyers at the Farmers Market. Should be a rough and tumble kind of show. And March 2nd, we have Digital Underground playing at Skakai Bar. And that's only $15, and I think it's $15 every day to go there, unless you go on $9 beer night. And then Friday, March 3rd, we've got Stock Market Crash and the Belle Reve playing at the Conservatory. All are really good shows, so you should check them out.
All right, finally on March 7th, for $39.55, you could get a Nickelback and then also get to see Nickelback at Cox Convention Center. That's a bargain at any convention center. And we'd also like to mention every Sunday, check out Festival City Radio on your podcast, and Born and Bred on 94.7, Lacey hosting the local talent music show. And for a more complete guide, log on to oklahomarock.com. This has been your Gig Guide Forecast.
I would love to play every other night, everywhere. I don't care where it's at. I really don't. It could be in buttfuck Egypt, Oklahoma, and I would play it. Yeah, whenever we get the new CD or whatever, we'll have more songs that are going to be wrote, and we'll fucking be playing. We'll want to play way more, because it'll just be much better. I just feel like a dumbass going out there and playing those songs over and over. Our next CD is going to be way better. I think this was just thrown together. We need a lot more time. Me and BJ haven't like sat down and tried to write anything, just guitar on guitar.
Right.
You know, we're always in there just playing around. But it's going to be way better. The lyrics are going to be way better, I think. The EP kind of sucks.
We're going to try to...
But
how'd you get the name?
actually, it was from an old strip club right down the street, and we was joking around with it one day, and we thought we'd change the N, just Knights, with a K. So, and my cousins are the Kings, and do a Knights and Kings tour, kind of like a medieval tours or something. We were totally joking around, and it just stuck.
And you guys just got back from Nashville, doing some recording up there, is that right?
No, we didn't do any recording. We took the trip, actually. It was kind of like a networking trip. The William Morris Agency, which is a talent agency, international talent agency, wanted us out there, and we had meetings with them. And basically, we had successful meetings with them, actually, but we were kind of on a fact-finding mission. We're trying to set up our attorney and our management and all that kind of stuff. And then the boys, the Kings, live out there. So we got to go hang out with them, which is always cool to be able to spend some time with those guys. So that's kind of what we were doing.
Did you talk to him about the medieval tour?
Oh, no. that was back in the joking days. I think they'd probably laugh at me and send me home.
All right, thanks for joining us, guys. Appreciate it. Let's go check out another song from Red Light Nights.
I want to thank y'all all for coming out on a Tuesday night and hanging out with the Red Light Nights. And I want to thank Barry for coming out and playing with us. Where they are, if not. I want to thank Andy for having us. And blah, blah, we'll be back, definitely.
You'll stick around for a little bit after we get through. We're going to be over there in the back. Come and say hi, meet us if you haven't already met us.
Enjoy.
No, they don't live here.
That's so stupid. God.
Why did we think that?
It's the name and looks like
It's not even spelled the same.
Oh, so stupid. I don't know.
Idiot. Sorry about that. Man, we've really got to do better research than that.
Idiot. Yeah. Well, maybe I'll do some research inside there.
All right. I'll stay out here. Stand guard. Hey, podcast was named Word of the Year.
Really?
Yeah.
That was like a celebration, like a contest.
Yeah, New Oxford American Dictionary.
Congratulations, Word. But that was a really wild ceremony.
I bet it was. Speaking of podcasts,
were crazy.
Yeah. Speaking of podcasts, we have one. Get onto iTunes, click on podcasts, search Music Show. That's where you can find us. And also join our MySpace friends.
Please be our MySpace friend.
What's the address?
myspace.com/music show.
And we also still have that email address too, notthelawrencewelkshow@hotmail.com.
Keep getting a lot of porn ads on there though.
Yeah, not good.
It's kind of weird.
Thanks to the Red Light Knights and everybody else that took part in the show.
Yeah, and I wish we really had known that they didn't live here.
Yeah. God. Our bad. Until next time.
Congratulations, Word.
Be good.